Welcome to True Seekers Media. I'm Daniel Chico with another special report today. Today, Donald Trump met with the Saudi Arabian government. They came to an agreement that Saudi Arabia will receive a total of $350 billion in defense from the United States, and 110 of that 110 billion will in fact go through immediately. Now, this is kind of a controversial move on President Trump's part because of the long history of the Saudi Arabian government in other administrations, and it seems that the current administration will not make any change in that aspect of providing the Saudis with money. But today, longtime political advisor to Donald Trump and friend Roger Stone tweeted this. Instead of meeting with the Saudis, @real Donald Trump should be demanding they pay for the attack on America on 9/11, which they financed. If we look, what Stone is saying is true. The Saudi Arabian government did, in fact, fund financially for the 9/11 terrorist attacks. Now, it is very controversial for Trump to do this just because of the fact that he spoke out against Saudi Arabia during his campaign, but also that the long history of Saudi Arabia and their involvement in the United States. We can also see that in last year's WikiLeaks about Hillary Clinton that she did receive money from the Saudi Arabian government in 2016. The Saudis have a long history with the Clintons and the Bushes, and in fact, Obama was almost completely in debt to the Saudis. The Saudis did treat Trump a little differently, as they seem to have had a lot more respect for him than former President Obama, but this does kind of correlate a hypocritical situation because Donald Trump did speak out against Hillary Clinton sucking up to the Saudis. I don't personally think that we should be sending money to a country that financed a terror attack on us, but here's Trump and what he had to say about the Saudis in his 2016 campaign.
New disclosures were made showing again how Hillary Clinton's pay-for-play works. In 2010, Saudi Arabia was looking to buy arms from the United States. In order to get the approval, Clinton's State Department had to sign off, and they couldn't get it. So what happened? What did Saudi Arabia do? They paid Bill Clinton a fortune to do a speech. Later that year, Clinton's State Department signed off on arms deals between the United States and Saudi Arabia. Shocking, shocking. Hillary bleached and deleted 33,000 emails.
As you can see, President Trump was very critical of the Clintons' connections to the Saudi Arabian government, in particular Bill Clinton, who also made an agreement with the Saudi Arabian government during his administration, and now President Trump looking to do the same thing. Now, here's Julian Assange talking about the emails that reveal Clinton's connections to the Saudi Arabian government and her 2016 campaign.
An early 2014 email from Hillary Clinton, so not so long after she left Secretary of State, to her campaign manager, John Podesta. That email, it states that ISIS, is funded by Saudi Arabia and Qatar. The governments of Saudi Arabia and Qatar. Now, this is I think this is the most significant email in the whole collection. And perhaps because Saudi and Qatari money is spread all over the place, including into many media institutions. All serious analysts know, even the US government has mentioned or agreed with that some Saudi figures have been supporting ISIS, funding ISIS. But the dodge has always been that's it's just some rogue princes using their cut of the oil money to do whatever they like, but actually the government disapproves. But that email says that no, it is the governments of Saudi and the government and Qatar that have been funding ISIS.
The Saudis, the Qataris, the Moroccans, the Bahrainis, particularly the Saudis and the Qataris, are giving all this money to the Clinton Foundation, while Hillary Clinton is Secretary of State, and the State Department is approving massive arms sales, particularly to Saudi Arabia.
Under Hillary Clinton, and our Clinton emails reveal significant discussion about it, the largest ever arms deal in the world was made with Saudi Arabia, more than $80 billion. In fact, during her tenure as Secretary of State, total arms exports from the United States, in terms of their dollar value, doubled.
And of course, the consequence of that is that this notorious terrorist jihadist group called ISIL or ISIS is created largely with money from the very people who are giving money to the Clinton Foundation.
Yes.
That's extraordinary.
There's Mr. Assange's comments about the Hillary Clinton emails that reveal her connections to the Saudi Arabian government and the Saudi Arabian government's connection to ISIS, as we can see in those 2016 WikiLeaks emails. President Trump is doing exactly what previous administrations did with Saudi Arabia. Partnering up with Saudi Arabia has been a huge thing in the past 4 administrations, and now it seems that President Trump is continuing the legacy of that, unfortunately. But we will have to see how that plays out in the future. Thank you for watching Truth Seekers Media. I'm Daniel Chico. Like, comment, rate, or subscribe our videos. Find us at wordpress.com, truthseekersmedia.wordpress.com. Thank you.